Say cheese! Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sammy from Go Sammy Joe, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about a very fun topic. We are talking about GoPro photography and how to take better photos on your GoPro. This, believe it or not, is the camera that got me into photography in the first place. This was my very first camera. Well, actually, this was my very first camera. But I loved it so much, it got me into a whole other field of photography, and I think there's so much that you can do with this camera, and it's like one of the most fun cameras out there. A lot of people, when they're just starting out with GoPros, don't know how to get necessarily the best pictures out of them, so that is what we're going over today. I'm giving you guys some really cool tips on how to take better photos with your GoPro, and also at the end we're going to be going over some settings. Whether you're a beginner or you're looking for something more advanced, we'll go over what is best for you. So thank you for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. We go over a lot of GoPro videos and do a lot of photography tutorials too, as well as travel videos too, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know. Alright, so let's dive into the tutorial. Let's do this. So my very first tip for getting better GoPro photos, especially in this day and age, because a lot has changed since these guys first came out, is actually to shoot in portrait mode. So to take it from this and over this way. So why do we want to do this? Well, most people that are taking photos with their GoPro are most likely, they're not getting them printed, they're sharing them on social media. And well, with how our phones are today, you get the most real estate on your phone vertical. So if you're always shooting horizontal, you know, it's always a small image, whereas when you shoot in portrait, you get a nice long photo that takes up the whole screen and is most likely to catch more people's attention than a horizontal photo would. Now, most of the time when I'm shooting video, I shoot horizontal because it's in a format for YouTube, like a regular computer screen, but when I'm specifically shooting for Instagram and social media and they're just photos, I shoot in portrait. So it's actually pretty easy. They actually make cases that they don't connect here, they connect on the side here for people that specifically want to shoot that way. But if you just have a case like this, that's no problem. All you have to do is tilt it sideways and then you can shoot. Tip number 2 is to get a selfie stick. Now, I know people think selfie sticks are overrated. I think they're overrated for phones, but for GoPros, it's just a tool, I think, personally. Because if you're just going around with this and taking photos like this, you're not able to get really cool angles. And that's one of the cool things about this thing. It can get cool angles. You can get it up real high, real low, in somebody's face, you know. So having a selfie stick is a really good tool. It helps smooth out your footage as well and help you get really cool angles that you couldn't get otherwise. Tip number 3 is to capture action. So this is an action camera. It's what it's meant to do, and that's the cool thing. It can get really cool shots really quickly, especially when you're in a motion. So what I like to do when I'm shooting with this is I either shoot in time-lapse photo mode. So say we're on a boat and I don't want to click the shutter every so many seconds, so I can just have it up like this and move it around, and I can tell it to take one photo every second so that I can get multiple. Or what I like to do when I'm doing a high action sport is to shoot in burst. So this is like for when I'm jumping off a cliff, or not jumping off a cliff, cliff jumping into like water and stuff. I don't jump off cliffs. But if you are doing a lot of motion in a short amount of time, this is really cool, and you could get like some amazing shots with this too. So that's personally my favorite way to shoot. So yeah, capture action and make sure to use those settings. Tip number 4 is to get different angles. This thing is small and you can put it just about anywhere. So the cool thing about it is getting different angles. One of my favorites is getting a point of view camera, like from your point of view. You can actually can't do it with this, but if you have an other mount, show you what you can do. I'll show you. What a lot of people do, say this is a longer mount, like most of them are. We're done. So then you can get a first person point of view. You can also put it in different items, like I like putting it in small items looking outwards and stuff like that. Get different angles. That's the cool thing about this camera. It can do things that other cameras can't, and that's what separates it from the rest, and you can get really amazing photos that way. Tip number 5 is to have a subject or something in the foreground. It's a great camera for landscape photography, but what really makes it interesting because of the wide angle is when you get things up close and things far away too, so really use that depth. It'll really make things interesting. So trying to focus on a subject is always a good idea with these cameras, and you can get really cool shots that way too, I think. Tip number 6, stay away from low light. Every camera has its con, and for GoPros it is low light. It's not good in that. So I highly recommend using it outdoors in the light during daytime. That's when you're gonna get the best shots with it. There's no trying to shoot low light with it. Just stay away from it and you'll save yourself a lot of trouble. But I would say that this camera is mainly a daytime camera. And tip number 7 is to use the Wi-Fi feature on this thing. So I love using the Wi-Fi feature because I can set the camera up on a tripod behind me, and then I can go off and control it with my phone and actually shoot, and I can see what I'm shooting on my phone, which is really cool. Even if I have it on a selfie stick and I'm just like this, maybe I want something behind me and I put it behind me and I've got my phone in my hand and I can see what I'm shooting and I take a photo that way. That's a really cool way to do that too. It helps you kind of get an idea of your composition a little bit better, especially when you're shooting yourself. So yeah, use that Wi-Fi feature on your phone and use the GoPro app. It's really, really helpful. Alright, and the last thing we're going to go over is settings. Okay, so we're going to go over 2 different types of settings. So there are a lot of people that like to edit their own photos, are very particular with how it looks, etc. Other people, they just want to get the best shot they can out of their GoPro without doing anything about it, and that's okay. So we're going to go over both settings really quickly. So for the people that just don't want to do any editing, they want to get the best photo out of their camera as possible and let the GoPro do all the work, we're going to want to shoot in Super Photo. Super Photo is a new feature, I believe, on the GoPro Hero 7 Black. What it does, it'll give the photo a high dynamic range. It'll also give it that natural GoPro color, so it may really make the colors pop, and you won't have to do much to the photo once you get it out of your camera, which is really nice. And that's all there is to it. You can edit it afterwards if you like still too, but that's how you're going to get the best photo out of your GoPro without doing anything to it. Now for everyone else that is very particular and likes to edit their own photos, we're going to go over a couple of settings here real quick. So if you want it linear, wide, whatever, that's up to you. I don't think wide, you definitely get that GoPro look, and linear is a little bit more normal, but some people like that GoPro look, so that's up to you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is turn your ProTune on. It's going to give you a bunch of settings in your camera that allows you to manipulate the image even more. So once you turn the ProTune on, first you want to go to, you can mess with the shutter if you like, but I like having it at auto. It just gives it a little bit more flexibility. Same thing with the white balance. You can customize it yourself, but I just do auto because it's not necessarily something I worry about. For your ISO, make it a minimum of 100 and a maximum of 800. This will make sure that you don't have any grainy images, and again, make sure to use it in not a low light setting to get the best results. I usually set the sharpness to around medium because GoPro usually sharpens the image a little too much for my liking. You can always sharpen it when you go to edit. And for the best possible image file, you want to shoot in RAW. Alright guys, so those are all my tips for shooting really cool and epic GoPro photos. I would really love to see what you guys are shooting, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys should, and tag me in some of your photos, send them to me, let me see what you guys are creating. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited to see all the things you guys are going to create, so if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. I make a lot of different videos with GoPro, and I'm excited to keep making these videos for you guys, so please subscribe, let me know what you think of this video down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye!